morning, Dragons. Today's Monday, November 11th, 2024.
In today's show, we will be giving you an inside look at the TV production's very own new and improved studio tour, CHS's Draco Playhouse, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and CHS's very new assistant girls basketball coach.
All this is on DragonFire, and it starts right now. Let's take a deep dive into the world of Harry Potter and how our very own CHS theater production set up for their rendition of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
My name is Chris Luter. We found out late January that we were selected to receive rights to perform Harry Potter. When that opportunity came out, Ms. Williams and I discussed it and kind of brought a few students on board to run with the application and the video they had to make and enter. And we thought we'd see what happened, and they chose us.
My name is Lucas Scarpace. I'm playing Harry Potter in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. So Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is a play also written by J.K. Rowling, who wrote all the books.
It's set 19 years after the last Harry Potter movie. Harry and Ginny are married. Their kids are going to Hogwarts for the first time. Ron and Hermione are married. Their kids are going to Hogwarts as well.
It follows his son, Albus, and Draco's son, Scorpius, and pretty much their travel through time. You
see a lot of the characters you knew from the film, and when they go back in time, they change things, and so the whole Harry Potter universe changes. And so it's them trying to go back several times and fix things and get things back to how they should be. Especially for a straight play, not a musical, there's a lot of technical elements that are coming in.
Getting just to see all the magic that's involved, all the cool little tricks, all the things that we're gonna get to know and see backstage and behind stage.
It's a different approach to it because it's so technically heavy.
We are one of 29 schools in the entire country to premiere the show off of Broadway.
The pressure is there to make this really, really interesting and exciting and something new as well. Being the school that is doing the new shows and being the first ones to do things like that. A lot of the students have seen it in New York and they kind of know what they did. It's exciting to see how we can tell the story in a different way, but still honor what is there with the magic and with the effects and everything.
Getting to play such an iconic character, and also in a way that no one's really ever seen before, being that the show is taking place 19 years later, and it's all culminating to the eventual performance.
Attention Dragons, tonight's showing at 7 p.m. is your last chance to experience the wizarding world of Harry Potter in the Pickler Auditorium here at Collierville High. We'd like to recognize the hard work and dedication of Chris Luter, Ashley Williams, and the whole Draco Playhouse production team. Thank you for bringing the magic to life.
In local news, a popular Texas-based chain is coming to West Memphis, Arkansas. That's right, Buc-ee's will be officially located off I-40. Not only will this bring tourism for the West Memphis area, but it'll bring in several job opportunities. The construction for Buc-ee's is scheduled to begin in December, while the expected opening date is scheduled for 2026.
Our DragonFire Media reporters, Kavius Jones and Kaylee Metters, take a tour of the TV production stations and cover all of the new equipment that's been installed this year. Let's take a closer look.
Welcome to Collierville High School here in Collierville, Tennessee. I'm Kinley Metters, the webmaster here at the DragonMedia television production program. We are so excited to show you our brand new state-of-the-art TV production and student workspaces. Our first stop is the editing lab, where creativity comes to life. This lab is equipped with cutting-edge M2 Mac Minis, all running Final Cut Pro. And because we all know high schoolers love to break things, the engineering workshop is where our students learn to troubleshoot and repair various equipment. Now we enter our producer lab. This space is dedicated to planning and management. The director lab is where vision meets execution. The students in here collaborate on our show productions, and they also love the twinkling lights, because who doesn't? Now we're at the heart of our technical operations, the equipment closet. This is home to our lights, microphones, cameras, and more. It is also home to our control room server rack, which is brand new, state-of-the-art, and the backbone of all of our technical infrastructure. Which brings us to the most unique space in our station, the control room. This holds 15 spots, all designed specifically for students. From here, we control our live broadcast and complex multi-camera shoots.
This is our TV studio. It is really big and currently a mess.
Last but not least, we have our podcast studio, where our students explore the world of audio production. We are so proud of all of our work here at Collierville High School, where we put our hands-on learning experience into all aspects of our classroom dynamic. We hope you enjoyed the behind-the-scenes look of our TV station. Now, if you excuse me, I have work to do and a project to edit.
I always think it's important. I mean, I grew up here in Collierville, and I think that's number one. I just, I love where I live. I love where I grew up. I love where I coach and teach, and and my kids are in school here, and so I have bought into this community. I want them to do the same. I remember when I was in high school and playing, community was a huge thing, and it was really a motivating factor for us even when we played. It was kind of like, hey, you're the show on Friday night, let's give them a show and let's play hard for our town, and our whole town would shut down.
I think it impacted them a lot. The community comes to the ball game. It's a sellout crowd, and so it's good for us to give back to the community. And so I think they learned a lot for life,
Yeah, yes, sir.
One of Riccone's philosophies is that he's getting us not just prepared for football, but getting us prepared for life as men. And he puts us in a lot of situations where, we get to do that and really just get to learn life lessons and other things about being a man when, you're out of high school and out of college that will help you in life. I think that it impacts me by really putting me out into a different situation than I'm used to, where I wouldn't say sheltered, but we kind of live the same life every day. It's football, school, and going out and seeing other people in struggles and just being able to help them out and brighten their day really makes you feel better.
It's not one of those things that's mandated, forced. What I tell them is, hey, before the game, I like to kneel down and say the Lord's Prayer. It's what I like to do. And, y'all are welcome to join me. You don't have to. And, I think for the most part, everybody joins in. That, before the game, also started with Coach Cox. That was something that Coach Cox did before games, and I would gladly kneel down with them, and we'd say the Lord's Prayer, and then it happened in college and everything, but that's that's not a show. That's what I want to do. I like to pray, and I think it's a very important thing, me personally, to glorify the man upstairs, and that's why I'm doing it. And if everybody's joining in, that's great.
When we pray, I think it's an important thing. Me being a Christian and myself, we had an option whether we want to pray or not, but when we all come together and just humble ourselves before the Lord, I think it's a good team moment. And then especially like before practices, we come together and we pray, and usually I'm one of the people who pray over the team. And I think it allows us to humble ourselves before we face a challenge, and it helps us to know what we need to focus on while also glorifying God.
The ringing the bell, so Coach Paul Cox was legendary football coach here for 33 years. He was my coach. He really built this program from nothing. When he was about a few years away from retiring over at Osteen, behind the elementary school where we used to play, and they built a victory bell for him. And it's a Paul Cox victory bell. Would ring it after every victory, and that was after I graduated, so I didn't get to participate in that. That tradition started down there. Well, when we built this new school, and it was right about the time I came in, as coach, it was like the first question I asked, like, where's our victory bell? Where's our Coach Cox victory bell? That was important to me because he's really probably number one reason why I'm coaching, and and now I get the privilege to, do what he did, or at least try to.
Definitely prefer ringing the bell because the chant, we say sometimes I break out in cold sweat. We say it. We don't always just say it after a victory. Sometimes we'll say it in the locker room. But the bell, we won that game.
At least be in the same position is really, I'm very blessed to be in that. So it's a way to honor him, and keep his tradition alive.
Sometimes I break out in cold sweat.
Thanks for joining us on today's DragonFire. I'm Lily Beavers.
And I'm Thatcher Gross. Be sure to find us on our social media and YouTube to see all our Dragon Media content.
Have a great day, Dragons.